Alright, you found the video we call Wilhelm's Weather Why. It's the kind of twice monthly video that we post that takes one particular weather or science topic and really drills down into the fine details. And now that we're officially halfway through July and halfway through the summer season, I wanted to take a couple of moments and review where we've been so far this summer and where we will go for the rest of the summer season. Alright, at the halfway point of meteorological summer, the meteorological seasons are something that meteorologists and climatologists use for tidy record keeping, and also our practical weather tends to line up with these meteorological seasons a little bit better than with the traditional astronomical seasons. Astronomical summer runs from about June 20th through about September 20th, but meteorological summer, the months of June, July, and August. We're halfway through, and our averages, climatologically speaking, these are 30-year averages. They peak at this time of the year. Our average high is 83 during mid-July. At the very end of the month and at the start of August, that number ticks down a degree, starting the process that, of course, will take us all the way to the winter season. Now, our averages peak in the lower 80s, but of course it oftentimes gets warmer than that from day to day. And, well, 90-degree temperatures around here, nothing all that uncommon in the summer season, but this year we've actually had a lack of 90-degree high temperatures. Last year we had 15 days with highs of 90 or above. In 2018, we had 18 days that met that threshold, but so far this year, as of July 15th, we've only had 3 90-degree days. Now, it's been a pretty steamy summer. It's been humid, but it hasn't really been all that hot. At least we haven't seen any kind of extreme heat. We haven't threatened any records, and again, we haven't even gotten in the 90s that many times. As far as the high temperatures go, this summer's been nothing to write home about, only a degree above the average through the first half of the season. But it's the overnight lows that have been much warmer than average, over 3 degrees warmer than average in the first half of the summer season. The reason our nights have been so warm compared to average and compared to our days, how humid it's been, and a lot of humidity in the air when the dew points are high. That means the overnight temperature cannot drop very far. And so we've had some very warm, sultry nights pretty frequently this summer. And this is no surprise really because this has been a trend. In a warming climate, the air can hold more water vapor. We can expect this in the future as well. As long as the climate continues to warm, we will see more water vapor in the air, more humidity, higher dew points, and that means warmer nights especially. And we've seen a big jump in those overnight low temperatures over the last decade or so. Now, that being said, it has been a little bit cloudier than average for a lot of 2021. Really, so far March has been the only month in which we had below average clouds for the month. April was cloudier than average, May was cloudier than average, even June was a little bit cloudier than average. Now, halfway through the month of July, it's been quite a bit cloudier than average, but that's a preliminary number. We're only halfway through the month, and we should see some sunnier days during the second half of July. But so far, 2021 has definitely been cloudier than the average. All right, so far at the halfway point in the summer season, it's roughly a 50-50 mix. Days with no measurable precipitation and days with measurable precipitation. That sounds pretty typical, right? About 50-50. But actually, in the first half of summer, we typically see 60% of the days being dry and 40% having measurable precipitation. So we're about 11% wetter than average when you just look at the number of days in which it has rained at some point during that day. So yeah, it's been a pretty unsettled start to the summer season. We've seen above average precipitation region-wide. Some places have had more rain than others, but region-wide, it has been wetter than average so far in the summer season. All right, what about going forward as we look forward to the kind of the second half of summer and even the first part of the autumn season? Right now, the data suggests that the warm pattern across most of the country is going to continue for the rest of summer into the fall season. Does that mean we have a lot of extreme heat coming our way? No. But it will probably come out in the wash as continued warmer than average in August and probably into September and October. The best chance of a near average period is down in parts of the deep south. Precipitation-wise, the signal also looks pretty consistent in that the general pattern across North America is likely to continue for a while. And that means the West is hot and dry. Places that have had wildfire problems and extreme heat all summer are likely to continue to see that kind of a general pattern going forward. And that means in the eastern U.S., odds are favoring a wetter than average period at the end of summer and the start of the fall season. So, kind of putting a bow on this and wrapping things up and summarizing, we can probably expect a similar pattern in the second half of summer and the start of fall as compared to the first half of the summer season. Probably wetter than average and somewhat warmer than average, especially at night. Thank you for watching this edition of Wilhelm's Weather Why.